part of the purpose of this conference is really that it is pan-African. There's so much innovation happening across Africa, but sadly a lot of that innovation happens in pockets. So what we wanted to do was really to put together a conference where people get to hang out together, because that's how we believe that you can truly create big, scalable companies that in the end will really have an impact.
It's the time for Africa. I mean, I go around every day looking for stories to tell to the rest of the world, and some of the stories I see out there are pretty amazing, and I'm always thinking people just need to know what's happening in that continent. The kind of disruption, the kind of things that entrepreneurs are doing are unbelievable, and I think for me it's the right time that we come together and find a common ground on how we can use technology to solve some of our biggest challenges.
Deeply in my heart, I believe that Africa is going to be a software superpower.
At Microsoft, we believe that our role in society is to empower every organization and person on the planet to do more. We fundamentally embrace that.
A lot of startups who are not venture-backable companies trying to access finance within the agricultural sector, and the only capital tools there are really venture tools, because debt finance really doesn't go into the agricultural sector as it should. This is a problem, and I don't think it's the entrepreneur's problem. I think it's a problem incumbent upon investors and people that do financial services to come up with better tools to service our marketplace. Right now, only 1.5% of consumer finance in Kenya goes into agriculture.
The conversation about Pan-African and how we think about cross-border integration. For me, I would start from a talent perspective, especially from a design perspective. It is important to think about how you build capacity in different regions across the continent that allow us to build contextual relevant product and services.
I fundamentally think the continent right now is competing on a global basis in terms of the talent that you find across the continent. If you can combine that Nigerian depth of the market and the depth of the talent with the Kenyan depth of the market, depth of the talent, the tech ecosystem, etc., you have such a stronger force to compete on a global basis than if you look at an individual country on its own.
I think technology gives Africa the opportunity not only to address certain social evils and challenges that we face that are unique to Africa, also gives us an opportunity to leapfrog in terms of technology to gain potentially a competitive advantage on the world stage.
More than 90% of businesses in Africa never hire a single employee.
We provide instant and cross-border banking, payments and transfer services to individuals and businesses.
And the third winner is nobody else than Nairobi's own Maya Maya!
We believe in an open future for technology.
Business that has traction and that's growing speaks for itself. Like no shiny deck outperforms execution any day. So if you can bring a business that's executing, like it's actually very easy to raise.
Interestingly enough, mobile operators in smaller markets are stronger and more willing to work with startups as opposed to when you go to the big markets. Smaller markets operators are playing, I think, a stronger role in terms of trying to build the ecosystem.
The people there was just absolutely amazing, interesting people from Microsoft to Meltwater to the UN, like everyone was so interesting, so passionate about entrepreneurship, so passionate about Africa, and so convinced about the potential of Africa in the entrepreneurial and startup scene that I think that was good to see the strength of these people and this vision that we are all sharing.